Hey folks, it seems that the internet was attacked. But only the entertainment websites. Yeah. That should tell us something. Really? That really should tell us something, that it was mainly entertainment, and yes, I would count Twitter as entertainment, because nobody really accomplishes anything there unless you're really dedicated to sharing and absorbing information on that platform. It's just junk, really. This homeostasis came under attack today, and I'm pretty certain, and I think everyone can agree, that there's a lot of people freaking out because they can't watch their Netflix or whatever. Thing is that the United States has been pretty much prepping American consciousness for this event, saying that Russia is going to attack the internets. Thing is, that's going to be a bitch to prove. If they come out today, or even this week or next week, and say, yes, it was the Russians who attacked the internets, then they're lying to you, okay? These attacks, denial of service attacks, they're, if done rightly, and this was done rightly because it was the biggest denial of service attack on record yet, then it's done through multiple proxies, meaning servers hiding behind servers, hiding behind servers. So if they actually can trace all of those back, it's going to take a lot of doing. And what if they get to the very end anyway? What if they do find the culprits? Do they necessarily have to be in Russia? They're not launching physical rockets. They don't have to be behind enemy lines. You know, we're not talking about conventional warfare here. We're talking about cyber warfare. Russian attackers don't necessarily need to be in Russia. North Korean attackers don't have to be in North Korea, etc., etc., etc. So if they start throwing these things around, it's baseless, and it's only to provoke further war. And Putin is suggesting that this is all just posturing, primarily for Hillary Clinton's campaign, to legitimize it. Oh look, the Russians are taking away our internets. We need someone to be, to stand up to the Russians because, we want our Netflix. You know what, guys? Fuck the internet. Okay? It hasn't done anything for us, or rather, we haven't done anything with it that's really admirable, that really does justice to the magnitude of this medium that has been gifted to us by our controllers. Essentially, they gave us the superior weapons in the fight, and we are losing. Okay? So obviously, it's not a lack of information or a lack of power that's the issue here. It's the lack of fucking intelligence and memory that extends further than last week. And ideologies and actual honest to God, well thought out worldviews that aren't just simplistic fucking identity based nonsense. The internet is not helping us do those things. So you know what? Good riddance. That's why I say good riddance. I hope it hurries the fuck up and goes away. at least for a day or two. I would really welcome, even though I rely on the internet to communicate with my wife in New York, I would so welcome a day or two without the internet. Not just me personally, but everyone. Imagine what would happen. Some cities, there might be riots, as my co-host Sean pointed out that, well, imagine if there was no porn, then there'd be riots. Yeah. Same with Netflix and all that, Spotify. I know I'd go a little stir crazy because I've gotten too dependent on that steady flow of information. I'm an information junkie. But if I could just get up under this weight and have it lifted from my society too, simultaneously, then maybe we might actually go out into the streets and say hello to each other for once in, not just in the past 30 years, but for once in a few hundred years, really. That's how long the atomization has become. That's how long the atomization has been going on, rather. Sorry, I'm a little flustered and a little excited. This is exhilarating. We might actually have freedom. We might actually have something that causes us to think. How about that? We might have loads of time on our hands. And the TV and radio no longer make sense to us anymore. So we're not going to be tuning into that because, oh, what? I have to be here when you want to show me something? Fuck that. The internet has primed us to escape the media. All it just needs to do right now is fuck off, and then the effect will be manifest. It's interesting, looking at the current season of South Park. Very interesting. A theme in that is people being either voluntarily or involuntarily off of social media. And in its comical effect, South Park was posing this as kind of death. Having social network eulogies for a girl in the school who is actually sitting in the room, but she ain't on the internet anymore. I think we were being primed. And it's very interesting that the anti-hero of South Park, well, as lovable as he is, anti-hero Cartman, is one of the enlightened, one of those who unplugged from the Matrix, and he's happy now. He's content. He, for the first time, has a relationship with a lady. We have to consider, has South Park been pre-programming us? What is it called? Predictive programming? We have to consider it, folks. Well, whatever happens, good luck to y'all. I honestly hope to never have to hear from any of you ever again, but I don't think that that's likely.